Good evening from Kansas, and welcome to Strange and Interesting Times, day 205, maybe day 206. I lost count again. I'll figure it out. I was thinking today about how things get off track, how it can be something really simple, right? You can get up and the sun is shining and everything is fine. And on the way to the kitchen to make coffee, you can stub your toe. Stub your toe and just feel terrible. Like hopping around. And while you're hopping around with your toe stubbed, you might bump into the counter, knock a glass off, and then there's glass in your bare feet. And the whole thing is not what you planned. And your day went off track. Other times, it can be somebody you care about. You're starting out and the day is going along and you get to your office and you're working and everything's going well and the mail comes. This used to be one of my total pet peeves, is when the mail came, because no matter what the trajectory I had set for my day, there was in the business office mail something that needed to be dealt with immediately, which meant stopping what I was working on, solving that problem. Often that problem or issue or request had 2 or 3 steps, and then getting back to my original trajectory was not always easy. And I often didn't manage that well energetically. So I was thinking about, what sets your day off track? Could be your favorite person is having a bad day. Or your favorite person reacts in a like backwardsly to something you said. That can kind of just twist the dial from, on, comfortable, nice, to sideways. And how to deal with that. So the first thing is to know that it happened, to notice that it happened, and that you've had a shift in your energy, and it's either a shift in your thinking that causes a shift in your energy, or a shift in your energy that causes a shift in your thinking, because the two things are not separate. But the starting point can be in one or the other. You can also have a starting point in a physical symptom, like I told you about the stub toe, right? So that can happen. So none of these things are stuff we can't deal with. They're not that hard to deal with. They're not that difficult. They're not insurmountable. But what can go wrong is that we can start out straight. It's kind of hard to figure out where the camera is. And we can get just shifted a little. Okay, that's not so bad, because you can still get going where you want. Then something else happens and you get shifted again. And now you're going over here. Something else happens and you get shifted again. And now suddenly you really are far from your original trajectory. And each little thing, you might not have even noticed each little thing was shifting you from where you meant to be going to where you ended up going. But as soon as you realize that you're going this way instead of this way, you can pause. And you can decide what stories you're running in your head. Like when you stubbed your toe, you could start saying, well, my day is ruined. This just ruined my day. And now I have to go through the whole rest of the day and it's a disaster. Really? Maybe. Is that story useful? Does that story make the people around you happy? Does that story make you happy? Does that story make your body feel good? Or does that story make your body not feel good? So all of those observations are part of the process of figuring out what's going on. So you do that and you see, saying that my day is ruined, this makes my neck tight. If my neck is tight, I can't breathe so good. If I'm not breathing so good, I'm short of oxygen, and I probably am going to make my day not so good because I'm not going to have access, right? Complete access to my full facility. Now, when I do my thing where I stop going in the direction that was increasing the tension, making me more unhappy, everything, all the muscles in my body just slightly realign. And when they slightly realign, I can take a deeper breath. When I am able to breathe fully, my brain gets oxygenated and I'm able to think of things to say, things to do, solutions to problems. So the next time you find yourself going, was it this hand? Yes. Yes? No. Yes. Sorry. This hand going way over here. And you want to come back. You say, oh, I got over here. How quickly can I come back? How easily can I come back? Not, oh, dang it, I'm over here again. What the heck happened? And then you're just wasting more time going down the road the wrong way. So if you can, as soon as you notice that you're going sideways instead of straight, you say, oh, hooray, I noticed this. Let me come back to the direction I really meant to go. Let me pause. Let me take a deep breath. All those things are things you can do, but the real thing is to stop doing the other thing, which was going in the wrong direction. To stop telling yourself the story that isn't helpful, so that you can leave space for a new story, for a changing story. So the changing story is, as I got up and it was a nice sunny day, and I was rushing to the door to let the cat out because it was a sunny day and she wanted to go outside, and I stubbed my toe and it hurt pretty bad. But I had ice in the freezer, so I put some ice on it. It stopped hurting. I found my most comfortable shoes, and I wore my most comfortable shoes all day. And when I wear my comfortable shoes, I feel really good. And so everything actually worked out. So that's a new story. I made a new story out of the other story. So when my friend Ione was on and talking about dreams on the healing path, she said, we live here in a consensual reality. We have made agreements, and one of the agreements is that this glass has a sharp edge, but it was buffed so it doesn't cut my hand. But the glass gets hot or cold depending on whether the sun shines on it and what the temperature outdoors is. I have this rock. I like this rock. So my rock I painted. This rock has my cute little, where's it? There. Oops. It's a cute little snake on it that I painted on it. I like this rock. We have agreed that rocks are hard. We've agreed that the rocks are harder than us. So that if I would drop this rock on my foot, it wouldn't feel good because it's harder than my foot. So, but another idea that Ione shared was that this is a dream. This is all a dream. There are many dreams. And the stories we tell ourselves are dreams. And we are the authors of those stories. So if we choose, because we're creating the story, we can change the story. This is real. It happens every day. From the very simple things like stubbing your toe to the more important things. So, next time you start out and you notice that your day is going off track, take a moment and pause and think about, Oh, I have listened to Laura a couple of times. I can remember a few things to get back on track. If your life is kind of entrenched on the off track route, like you've been going this way for quite some time when you really meant to be going forward, and you would like a little help getting back on track, I will put a link in the message in the comment section that has a link to a special program I do called Get Back on Track to help you restore your energy, your balance between your brain and your body, and your well-being so that you can move forward with joy and ease and grace in your life, no matter what's going on around you. So everybody gets off track, and we all tell ourselves stories about getting off track. But if we remember we're the author of our stories, we can start to write a new story, to change the story, to move the story in a way that gets us back on the track that we want it to be on. So that's strange and interesting times for today. I hope that you have a wonderful evening or rest of your day or morning, depending on where you are. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.